Hi guys, welcome to this intermittent fasting guide video. As the title says, we are going to be, the video is going to center around intermittent fasting and basically how to get started and some of the protocols that I follow and some of the advice that I think is useful for people who are trying to use intermittent fasting, and also give a bit of clarity on why to use it and some of the benefits. So what is basically intermittent fasting? So we know what, if we do a bit of inversion, so we've got, you are fasting, so you are basically not digesting food or not consuming food, and intermittently. So it's fasting intermittently, intermittent fasting. Okay, and intermittent just means basically, in periods of time, so intermittently every now and again. So like when you hear an intermittent alarm, it's, coming on and off intermittently. Never try to describe a word by the word itself. That was a poor explanation, but yeah, I hope you know what I mean, what I was trying to explain. So basically going a time out of the day where you are not eating. So most people center their fasting obviously when they are sleeping. So for me, for example, I do 2 o'clock till 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock till 7 o'clock. So it's basically like an 8-hour shift. So your 8-hour shift is your eating window. So basically a 16-hour fast is like the usual, the bare minimum to get the maximum, or to get a sufficient amount of benefits. Some people do your OMAD diets, only 1 meal a day, where they probably fast for 22 hours a day and they only eat in a 2-hour window. Some people do a 4-hour eating window, some do a 6, some do an 8. Some people even do a 10-hour window because it's more convenient and conducive for their day, because if they are if they're having an early wake up, if they get up at 5 or 6 o'clock and they're not going to bed till 10 o'clock at night, they kind of need that leeway. So for me, I'm quite lucky. I can wake up and I can go to the gym, do some uni work, and I don't have to eat till about, I have a shake at 11, like a health shake, and then I probably don't actually eat a meal till like 5 o'clock at night, and then my last meal is normally 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. So the way I do it is I do an 8-hour eating window, and then I do one 24-hour fast a week, just to kind of reset the whole body. And let's just talk about some of the benefits. So obviously we have weight loss. That's an obvious one. Weight loss, you are basically not consuming food. We have a TDEE, which is our total daily energy expenditure. Therefore, if we do not eat for one day, we are going to be minus a certain amount or X amount of calories. Therefore, we will lose some weight. For me, for example, I have 3,300 calories a day, sometimes less, sometimes more, depending on dependent on my workout and activities in the day. So if you were a person who maybe you're a bit muscly and you're a bit bigger, and you had 3,500 calories a day and you didn't eat for a whole day, then you would lose theoretically 1 pound of weight by doing a 24-hour fast, because scientifically been proven it's around 3,500 calories per pound of fat. So some of the benefits we obviously have weight loss. Studies have shown that if you introduce intermittent fasting and ordinary fasting to the diet, you will lose weight. It also will help towards type 2 diabetes, because also synonymous or analogous with blood sugar levels, because if your blood sugar levels are stable, whereby you are not eating carbohydrates and spiking your insulin levels, each time you eat carbs your body produces insulin out of the pancreas to break down the carbs into glucose. The more times you do that, the higher chances you are getting type 2 diabetes, and also basically staying out of fasting. So you're not going to be fasting because, one, you're consuming food, which therefore you'll be if you consume some kind of food, it'll probably have some kind of carbohydrates in there, and maybe some sugar, and obviously that will spike your blood sugar levels. And as I previously said, the more times you do that throughout the day, the higher chances throughout your life you have of getting type 2 diabetes. You're not going to get it in a week, but the more sugar you eat, the higher chances you are getting type 2 diabetes, and obviously Alzheimer's. Your percentage of Alzheimer's goes up from 1 in 4 to 1 in 2, so 25% all the way to 50%. Studies have shown it does improve your heart health. They have taken patients where your triglycerides has actually which is linked to your height, have decreased. Your cholesterol actually improves in both humans and animals, and also your blood sugar, I've already mentioned that. Your blood pressure also improves, which has been shown in both 2006 reports in both animals and humans, which is quite interesting. Now, we have also improved brain health. So the way this can improve your brain health is one that when you fast for a period of 16 hours, patients and people who have been fasting, even myself, after that 14 to 16 hour window, you become incredibly focused because your body switches off from thinking of food. You've decided you're not consuming food, therefore you become incredibly focused on what you are doing because you kind of put it to one side as if to say you've already sorted it out, now let's get onto this task. It also research shows that it reduces inflammation within the body, which is a neurological disease, and so inflammation is a neurological disease, a nerve function disease. So that means if you lower inflammation, you are neurologically improving your body and your brain. So that's also a really good factor of fasting and intermittent fasting. When I say fasting, I'm using it in the intermittently term. Studies have also shown it does reduce risks of cancer, because obviously cancer, inflammation, having bad cancers and toxins in your body is a sign of poor diet and high cholesterol, and a high blood pressure, and also type 2 diabetes. So all of these aspects all come together by basically giving yourself a prolonged time of where you basically don't consume food. You let your body cleanse itself and clean itself, and you consume food in that 8-hour eating window. Now, some of the protocols that I recommend is, like you say, you've got the 16 and 8, you could have the 18 and 6, or the 20 and 4, or even 14-hour fast and 10-hour eating window. Now, it's entirely up to you how you do it. There's no rules, there's no guidelines. It's just basically how you want to do it. So it's entirely tailored upon your daily activities. So when do you wake up? Why would someone tell you to do maybe 10 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock at night if you don't really wake up till 10 o'clock in the morning? I always recommend waiting a couple of hours till you wake up. Don't have to eat as soon as you wake up. Studies have been showing this for years. You don't have to eat as soon as you wake up. Your metabolism does not slow down at all. There's no difference in metabolism speed from eating in the morning to eating in the night, or leaving 3-hour window. So, you don't have to. Obviously, the markets are going to market their products and say you need to eat in the morning because they're large companies trying to sell you breakfast cereals. They have a reason to do that. But yeah, you can choose any time you like, as long as you are, eating within, let's say, 6 to 8 hours, possibly 10. And then fasting for the rest of the time. So like I say, the best way to do it is put the majority of your fast in your sleep. So maybe stop eating at 8 o'clock at night, and then you wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning. That's 12 hours gone. You've only got to wait 2 or 3 hours, and then you can basically start your fast, or breaking your fast, where it originated from, the word breakfast. So that's going to be the end of the video, guys. I hope that's kind of given you a informative deconstruction of basically fasting, an all-round view of some benefits to it and how to do it and how I approach it. So thank you all for watching. If you've liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Any comments, leave them in the comment section below, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and press the little bell icon underneath this video. That'll basically just notify you every time I upload a video. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.